All right. Today I'm kind of gonna go over why I play the way I play. I know I made the video about it in the past, but to be honest, it was way too long, super complicated, yada yada yada. I think I'm just gonna go over it real quick because everybody has their own play styles, and this is mine, especially for first-person shooters or third-person shooters. The whole point is about movement, and I want to move smoothly. I'm not perfect at it, but it gets me to what I want to be because I'm too lazy to use Ultra Stick. I think I only used it once, and it's for Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Mm, I technically use this technique or my playstyle in almost every game I play, unless it's platformers. So this is pretty much how I play. You'll probably see it on screen right now. Okay, so basically the way I play is I color coded it is I'm gonna be I guess slowly talking about Monster Hunter, World War Z, Vanquish 2, Sniper Elite. I just picked these just because I was playing them recently and it's just easier for me. Um let's start with Monster Hunter because I've been really playing this game a lot. Um and almost all my profiles, they're really similar. This one's complicated because it depends on what weapon I'm using, but I mostly focus on two modes: gameplay mode and a menu mode. And usually my gameplay mode is on the second. My menu mode is always on World War Z. My first mode is always menu because this is how I scroll through the inventory screens and start screen. But the gameplay mode is where all the magic happens in almost every one of my profiles. See on this one too. Left, which is menu, is on one. Gameplay is on two, and whatever else I need is the rest. I normally have a mouse mode as well. Again, with Sniper Elite, it's first mode is left, which is menu, and the second mode is gameplay. So it's pretty much straightforward. But the thing they all have in common is on the gameplay mode, which is this one hammer. I highlighted it red on the right side. Is I play with full camera. That means I can move the camera around in every direction, and I have full control over it. And to go forward is I can only move forward and backwards. So lines 26 and 28 for Monster Hunter would be how I move around. And in every game that I've seen on YouTube for reviews or how to make games and things like that, is if you can move, you can win. Because if you move, you won't get hit. As long as you dodge right, you won't get hit. So that's the whole gimmick around my playstyle is I gotta move. If I don't move, then I just stand still and it's not that fun. So I only move forward and backwards, and even though I only have those two different movements available to me before I ran out of buttons, the full camera control lets me control the direction the character is going to be moving as long as I turn the camera. Just like in this diagram for Dying Light, I explained that um, if my character is moving forward, if I turn the camera, the character follows. So that is one of the basic rules on most video games that I've seen that go with that mechanic. So I just work around it. I work with it, so to speak. Um, but the same thing with World War Z. If I click on it, you'll notice the same concept. I just put different latches depending on what I need. It's on line 16 to 20 or 19. It's full camera. It's the right analog stick. And on lines 13 to 15, it's either left joystick up delay latch or left joystick down delay latch. And that's pretty much all I do in every game. Um, the bad part is I do sacrifice two buttons for that, center buff and left center sip. And after that, I have to make sure I don't run out of any room for the rest of the buttons because games can be demanding and they want you to push every single button on the controller. I use different functions that I haven't talked about yet, which will be in my upcoming video about all the functions. But I use the functions to help me achieve this goal, and they work pretty well. But yes, my whole concept is about moving forward and moving backwards and full camera. And that's the most minimal work I can do because the controller does all the work for me. I just gotta give the order and then I'm set. Same as here. Left joystick up is forward and then full camera movement. And other than that, everything for Vanquish is move backwards, move forward, which is a dodge. The only difference is with platformers, it's the most basic way I can describe it because I rarely use any delay latches or toggles. So I love platformers. Enter the Gungeon, Wizard of Legends, Cat Quest, it doesn't matter. Sometimes I need to change of pace. But when I do play platformers, I mostly can do everything on one mode. With this profile, I think I have about 8 different games in one profile just because I can do it and they're easily accessible. With platformers, you don't have a camera. The camera follows you. It's a side scroller, you know. You don't need to worry about all this extra stuff like first person or third person shooters. This is pretty much the basics of how to use a quad stick. That's why I always recommend play something easy to get to know your device. After that, you're golden. With Wizard of Legends, even though it can get hectic in this game, all I really do is control the character. And after that, it's my mouth is responsible for pushing all these buttons in the correct order so I don't die. But that's pretty much it. I recently played Dark as well, and again, it's a platformer side-scroller puzzle game, and all I gotta do is control the character. So they're pretty much essentially the same style. The only difference between first-person shooters and platformers is I gotta control camera and the character, but with platformers, I only control the character. So you can say it's a work in progress, but it's mine and I like it. I use this style since I first started with the Quadstick about 4 years ago to 5, and I use it today, even though it's advancing. Thanks for watching. If something doesn't make sense, let me know. Like I said, I'll be doing functions. I'm starting to move into functions. All the functions, there's new ones. There's so many of them. It's gonna be a while. I won't cover every single one of them because I still haven't grasped what use I can use them for, but I pretty much got them all down. I'm gonna start with normal.